Hello Mr. Spencer, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to present my ITGS video for the first topic, which is the topic of hardware. Hardware is the physical components that a computer system requires to function. It encompasses everything with a circuit board that operates within a PC or laptop, including the motherboard, graphic card, CPU, ventilation fan, webcam, power supply, and everything like that. Also, there are a lot of types of computers. Supercomputers, for example, represent the cutting edge of computer technology. They are the largest, fastest, and more powerful and even more expensive computers available. Supercomputers are achieving incredibly high processing speed through multiprocessing, with hundreds or even thousands of separate processors working together. Mainframes are also very powerful computers. We share many features with supercomputers. However, while supercomputers are optimized for a very high-speed calculation, mainframes are optimized for high data throughput. Desktop computers are common in homes. You may be watching this video using a desktop computer, but they are very common in every types of spaces. Laptop computers are portable computers who have powerful enough to replace an average desktop computer. Laptops generally feature a standard and LCD screen and a Wi-Fi card to allow wireless access to the internet. Then we have the smartphones. Maybe you are watching this by a smartphone because smartphones have become very popular in the last decade. But they usually include a digital camera and they are available to record videos, sound, images, and everything like that. Input devices are items of hardware that allow entry of information. They are usually specialized to enter one type of information. For example, cameras enter image information and sound. For example, keywords enter string information. Output devices are any items of hardware that computers use to present data to the user. They receive the input information came from the input device and they present it to the user. For example, screens, speakers, printers, or everything like that. There are types of hardware that are needed to process information between input and output. At the center of all components is a microprocessor. The processor is responsible for performing all the instructions and tasks that the computer does. The speed at which a processor executes instruction is called the clock speed and is measured in megahertz or gigahertz. Well, maybe that could be in the future. This speed could also be measured by MIPS, millions of instructions per second. That is another measure of processor performance. The processor connects directly to the computer's motherboard, which provides ports and connection for all the other parts of the hardware of the system. The storage devices are used to store both the data that computer system processes and the software program that tell you how to process the data. Primary storage refers to the high-speed electronic memory found inside a computer. Primary storage is the only storage that the processor can access directly because it is connected directly to the bus on the motherboard. RAM or random access memory is a temporary and volatile storage area for programs and data that are being used in a given moment. Read-only memory or RAM is a type of primary storage whose content cannot be changed. Because of this, the content of RAM are programmed at the time of manufacture. Secondary storage devices are used to store all the data and programs installed on a computer system, even if they are not currently being used. Secondary storage devices are used to store all of the data of the programs installed on a computer, even if they are not currently being used. Now that I explained all these concepts and they are clear, let's put an example of how a computer system really works using all the types of hardware that exists. So let's suppose that you bought an incredible gamer desktop computer, which is the newest in the market, and you are very excited to play Minecraft with the computer. And you're playing Minecraft right now. So the mouse and the keyboard that you are using are the input devices. This mouse and keyboard are giving information to the processor, who is storing all the information and is processing it, and then is presenting the information as actions of the principal character, who is the glorious Steve. Storage is stored in your house as you're building it. So that's basically how a computer works. There are a lot of components that make the computer work, but that's a brief explanation of how it works. So let's give a brief summary of what we learned today. A computer is a machine composed of hardware and software components. Okay, we already knew that. A computer receives data through an input unit based on the instruction it is given, and after it processes the data, it sends it back through an output device. Examples of input devices are keyboards, mice, microphones. Examples of output devices are screens, speakers, and all the ones who output information. So finally, that's all. I hope you're doing great, Mr. Spencer, and I hope you have a great day.